but I don't want to.
But I don't wanna.
Where's my $2?
All I wanted was a Pepsi, and she wouldn't give it to me. Just one Pepsi.
Oh. Finish hitting buttons.
All right, time to push the important buttons. Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Celebrating over 10 years plus. And still running. Who would have ever thought they would last this long? Lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack. Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. And Tyrion got on top of my bookshelf right now. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they deserve to be questioned. It is Monday again, and
Monday.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But hey, giveaways are open on both streams. Hopefully, if you are a Shroud player and you are looking for the streamer bundle, you need to go to twitch.tv/Cinesist and twitch.tv/NBNN News and bang bundle me. And then come over to go back to Laz's side, twitch.tv/NBNN News, and bang I Love Free Shit for the Steam Key giveaway. And then come over to my side, twitch.tv/Cynicist, and bang the bootay for my Steam key giveaway. And definitely bang the things hard with.
I wouldn't question a burrito either, Tina.
Oh, man. Well, depending on where you get the burrito.
Yeah, I mean, in all reality, I'm really not a big fan of burritos, but tacos.
Why not? A burrito is just a fully enveloped taco.
No, not true. It's got rice, it's got beans, it's got sauce. It's not the same. Give me the classic, and yes, I'm going to say it, the classic American taco.
Define the classic American taco.
The box of Old El Paso taco kit, ground beef, and go for it.
Oh, Old El Paso, straight
That's
from
right.
your local.
Straight from New York. That's right.
Yes, yes. Laz thinks queso is
I like queso.
Velveeta with Rotel.
No.
The classic 80s queso version.
Spray cheese, man. Spray cheese.
So so obviously Tina does not remember the get a rope commercial for what was it? Old El Paso salsa?
It was
New York City.
Yeah,
get a rope.
It wasn't that El Paso, was it? It might have been.
Yeah. Let's see.
He's got
New York City.
Pace. That's right. Pace. Thank you, Knight Rider.
Pace picante sauce.
Pace picante.
That's
right.
Yes.
Good man.
Yes.
Good man.
Yes. And Tina's like, I'm referencing that, you fucker. I'm old too. I just have hair. Long, luxurious locks. Unless you got a haircut or you started balding.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It has been 6-7 years since last saw Tina. Dirty bastard.
Yeah, what? 2019, right?
Get off my yard. Although it's get off my lawn, but still. Oh man.
But anyway,
hey, so did you hear about that server upgrade over the weekend?
Oh yeah, great update. I'll tell you what. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Monday, November 17th, 2025, just to get that out of the way. And yes, the long-awaited, highly promised, highly anticipated server upgrade has not happened.
No.
At least there's been no notification of it anywhere. No reference of it anywhere. We are now,
nothing.
Let me look at the physical calendar. A little over a week in from the last time we were told it's coming next week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we were told it was coming on the 7th. On the 7th, it was next week. I'm going to do this.
Its due date is next week. Yes. It's always next week. Always next
tomorrow. I'm going to make it a little bit more specific. The due date is tomorrow.
Preview tomorrow. That's right. Server update tomorrow.
Yes.
But yes, as of this show, still nothing. It didn't say which year. Well, yeah, next week. I told you. That gets them on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, something, man.
Anyway, moving right along. Gonna start out with a topic that I'm sure ticks off a whole lot of people. I know it's gotten me from time to time. I'm sure it's gotten you from time to time. I'm sure it's gotten all of you almost every time. What am I talking about?
Um, I don't know which one.
Try the first one.
The bulk refining recipes.
I try and keep these in order.
It all depends on what the order I click on them in as well. But smelting one by one is not fun. It takes all day to get enough ore refined to just make one set of armor. Can we please have bulk recipes of 10, 100, and 1,000 at a time for ingots, leather, cloth, wood, and all the base crafting materials for crafting? Remember, they spent months handwriting all of the in-game recipes so that way they could go through and look at how they could optimize that shit. We've only been waiting on that for a year and a half or so since they announced that initiative.
Initiative is
him new.
In the same place as the server upgrades.
Yes, it's coming tomorrow. And if you want to check the status on that, hold on, let me grab the thread for that.
Yeah, no need. I know what the status is, and I'm not going into it because information I have is not on the record. So
I'm just saying that him new. You can always check the status of the game audit and balance phase 1 that was announced in 2024, where they were starting with crafting. Did I just fucking close a tab or did I open it?
You probably opened it right on top of another tab.
We'll find out real quick. Thumbs up to this, provided we also get the same XP for 1,000 bulk as 1,000 individual, or at least as close to it like the bulk zone scrolls.
Well,
No,
Sandra,
it needs to be the same.
They
not -2.
Yeah, they screwed the pooch on the zone bulk scrolls and all of the zone bulk scrolls. You don't get equal for doing it 1-to-1 as you do doing it 12-to-1. Does not compute. Does not compute. Plus, it costs extra materials, which nobody asked for either. But anyway.
Yes.
And we got a lot of +1s.
Yes, a lot of +1.
Till we get to why sold.
+1. Wait, which? Edit. And please also keep the extra materials that one gets from exceptional refining events. Yes, that's true too. Because they will shroud math that, and if you get like the bulk 1,000 exceptional, they'll give you like 1 extra ingot or something.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. +1 and agree. That should match the bulk. Smelting is fun. 1 by 1 is no fun. Yay! +1. Amen, brother. The refining 1 by 1 in game is so terrible that most crafters I talk to leave their stuff unrefined until they absolutely need it. That is bad. I'm just saying to put your refining material because it takes so ridiculously long that you'd rather do anything else. That's all of the crafting. All of the crafting. Not just one, but all of the crafting.
Thorin disagrees. Thorin? Aren't in here? Yes, he is.
Dabs +1. Thorin,
Or-
respectfully disagree from the viewpoint that there are more important pressing things that could be worked on. Possibly offer sell orders for it to encourage other players to do it for you.
Thorin, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, Thorin.
It's just a personal opinion. We don't. I understand players want to create volume. I understand players have achieved a point where they're bored, for lack of a better phrase, or they want to be creative, and this is a slowdown of the process and it prevents them from doing stuff. Understood. That's fine. I'm just taking from a point of view from someone who hasn't achieved that point. You want to make all these things, there's no market for it. So I see it as a semi-selfish, without being disrespectful, thing to want to make your enjoyment better and have a narrow focus. And how many players are we talking about that really desire this? 5, 10 maybe? And I understand the player base is small, but I honestly think rather than trying to create that, working on something else that they've been promising, episode 2 funnelization, work on 3, correction of bugs and things like that, be more industrious than someone saying, oh, it's taking me too long to make 100 ignits. You should make my life easier and make it go faster. That's just my point of view.
Okay, and that's a fair and valid point. Absolutely. And I think you're pretty correct when you say it's a very small people who are really in it for themselves. I mean, even when we had a mediocre, because we never really had a large player base. When we had a mediocre player base, there was still only a handful of people who were willing to put the time and energy into A, collecting these materials, B, refining them, C, mastering them, and then, actually producing, semi-quality materials. So, yeah, okay, I can definitely agree with you, and thank you for the input. I appreciate that.
Happy to hear
Him
myself talk. Thank
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
opinions are
that's
definitely.
what we're
Yeah,
here for.
that's why we encourage people to join us in Discord, and you can talk and clarify things. So I will say that crafting in general is not fun due to the RNG and the amount of time that it takes to actually process any kind of batches. That to me is not exciting gameplay. And I have actually streamed me setting up a batch craft and then alt tabbing and playing a first person shooter. So you could see both game windows. Counter-Strike, Overwatch. As long as it's got a gun and I can shoot people in the face while crafting, I'll do it. But it is one where we need to look at, and this is something that they did promise that 18 months ago that they were going to be looking at fixing the problems related to it. Since then, we have received 0 updates and 0 completion.
Well, I will.
So it's another one of the projects undertaken by the team that, as soon as it became work, was abandoned.
Well, I was just gonna say, it was looked at, and it was decidedly shelved because of reasons, and I can't get into those reasons. I can't explain those reasons, but
that's why I'm going to sit there and this is my opinion, not Laz's. It required work, so it's another project that got shelved.
Again, I know the actual answer, but again, it was off the record, and I cannot divulge said information to the general public. So, I might be able to divulge it to, but again, off the record, I can't give it out to everybody. So,
yeah, and then I'll still say it's the same thing: required work. And
if I may, gentlemen.
Yes.
Regardless of the reason, this is where they fall down on many things. Just tell us. We're not going to, if you're not going to do it or it's not going to be addressed, bite the bullet, put a 2 sentence out there. Look, for various reasons, we're not working on this now. We'll get angry anyway, so it's not like you're saving yourself from anything, but just communicate.
Good point, Thorin. Good point. Good point.
Fine.
Tina says, Laz, the words coming from your mouth is exactly what I expected. Well, I'm glad to keep up expectations, Tina.
Yes. But it's they definitely need project management and clarity of communications. I mean, they cannot be half-ataring all of this all of the time. And then
you mean like Radlock saying that all the updates and all the fixes are transparently available in all of the release notes?
Yeah, and we know that is wrong.
Yes. Anyway, Hemnu, his first post.
Yes. We're not trying to outsource it, Thorin, and you missed the point. It went straight over your head. If we wanted to outsource it, we would be done on the side of an alt account multi-boxing for the win while playing. But then, even then, we are losing our XP. Not only that, but they said in the past they were going to give us bulk recipes that stopped with just scrolls and potions. Also, it's an easy change in just adding in a larger recipe as everything is already in the game. We are not making any major changes. Then, also, remember the reason there's no more double XP, Ravlock said, due to ongoing issues related to double XP, including botting and extreme hoarding, where players wait for the double XP to complete actions in bulk, we've decided not to activate double XP this release. While enabling double XP is technically simple, it results in a significant spike in this bad behavior, and the cleanup during and after the event diverts the team's time away from development.
Hemnu, we
Cough,
don't
and
agree with that.
That's bullshit.
You know why?
That's our answer.
You think hoarding was bad then. What do you think people are doing now? They're still hoarding it. And now they're just not refining it because they're keeping hope that someday it's going to show
There's
up.
going to be double XP.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, even last week we had a post about, hey, is there going to be double XP for the holidays?
Extreme
if you bring back double XP,
hoarding.
Somebody will resubscribe. The main reason for the hoarding is, folks don't want to spend forever refining, so the ore and other mats just sit there till they have to craft something. And then you have folks multi-boxing to get it done when you should not have to do these things. You should just be able to refine mats in a timely fashion, not feel like someone chained to a sewing machine in a sweatshop making sneakers. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I can tell you from my experience, that I never did 90% of that because I personally bought most of my materials. Like I'll use the big example. Jack and I decided to sell scrolls when we first started this game. We said we're gonna do alchemy. We're gonna sell scrolls. Everybody and their dog is gonna need scrolls. And I went out and I started collecting all that stuff. And then I realized that there were a lot of people who are a lot more diligent than me and a lot more time on their hands than myself, and would, basically, sell it for cheap. So I put out buy orders. I kept my eye on the traders chat. I made deals. And to this day, I'm just going to run over here because I haven't bought materials probably a good 2 or 3 years for crafting
Um,
scrolls. But I'm just going to come
I
over here, open this chest, and switch on over to this scene. And you'll notice that, I've got, 4 piles of mandrake root of 32,767. Actually, 3 piles. The 4th pile's into it. I have plenty of recall scrolls. I have plenty of friend scrolls. I have plenty of teleport to zone scrolls. And then you'll notice that my wood scrap, I still have 230,000. Actually, altogether, if you combine these, I have 330,000 piles of wood scrap and, a 30,000 wood pulp and a 23,000 wood pulp. And I've been sitting at this point forever and a day because at some point it became cheaper just to buy the scrolls themselves because we can get the scrolls under cost, under what the actual, what is it, the nightshade or whatever, whichever one it takes for that. What does it teleport to? Zone scroll take.
Not to mention how many you give away every week.
Yeah, but that's minuscule.
Yeah.
But again, the black pearl costs 6 each. So at least it costs 60 black pearl. Right, is that it? That's the bulk. Yeah. So it costs 10 black pearl. So it costs a minimum of 60 just to make a single scroll. We're buying the scrolls for 60 or
below
sometimes
cost.
even cheaper.
Yeah.
That's not including the garlic cost. It's not including the wood pulp cost. So why would we go ahead and actually go collect these resources, buy these resources, and all that other stuff? Same thing with ore. I used to go mine ore all the time. Then I just started making deals, and I'd put buy orders in Sultan, and say, hey, I'll give you X amount for this, and crowns of the obsidian. People sell me crowns. People sell me ore. People sold me suet. People sold me wolf skins, you name it that I needed it. I just put out buy orders for it. I stopped killing myself with the process of actually having to do all that myself. Yes, I used to mine ore. Absolutely. I actually used to enjoy going out to mine silver ore. But again, after a while, my time became a little bit more valuable. And these days, my time is, I make time to do this show every day. And as soon as I finish up here, I've got a full day ahead of myself with other things. I already had one client here today picking up a PC. I got other things to do. I got packages to go deliver. I got all sorts of shit to do. So I ain't got time to dick around with this stuff anymore, unfortunately. But I always have time for you guys and gals to come here and give you the news every day. Moving right along. Our buddy.
Moving. Aeolus. Yep, they need to hear it from people that play the game, who know the game. Code is very basic for crafting one by one in game. Nobody cares about botting XP for crafting. It is how long it's taking, and nobody wants to spend the time to do it. That is why we hoard our resources for double XP. Like you said, it takes me around 6 weeks to process 1,500 clockwork wings, around 4 hours to make around 30 of one item, certain items, after refining everything. The interface for crafting has been very poor for many years. It needs improvement as soon as possible. Thread I posted a few months ago reflects all the same viewpoints. Glad to see this thread is getting more attention. Thousands to hundreds of thousands of hours refining to burn through your resource box. Let's fix that and finally put in a quantity per craft tick, up to 1,000 to 10,000 at a time, so I can actually play the game.
First off,
Can I
why?
ask a question?
Why do you need
Huh?
1,500 clockwork wings? Why?
He's crafting those for XP, and
Yeah.
isn't there the loot things in the wild thing where there's a shit ton of clockwork wings that were put in the loot tables
Yeah,
intentionally?
that was one person who was doing that as part of one of their events. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oren, you had something to say?
But I'm willing
No.
to say that he's doing that for crafting XP.
Your point was value. So that, who needs 1,500, much less 10,000 or 100,000?
Yeah.
What's our player base? Our player base isn't 100. So it's sad to say, but true. So you're making this, and if you're not making it for money, because in all probability the people who have these things stockpiled have Kodos up the wazoo to begin with, so they're doing because they want to and they feel good by it. Which I don't deny them if that's what they want to do, but why?
Yeah.
And just for the official record, Hemnu, I didn't go over my head. We just had a different point of view, which I elaborated earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, moving right along. Sandra says,
Sandra says, damn it. Denied. Why would I pay someone to play the game for me?
Sandra says denied.
But
I was going to say, that's a funny thing for Sandra to say.
because be no point in playing the game. Batch crafting would alleviate a lot of issues with crafting and refining and allow us to burn through our resources more efficiently, freeing up time for the more fun stuff. Well, we can make scrolls in batches of 12. I see no reason we can't bulk refine materials in batches, so +1. Done. Earthus, you owe me a donut. So you're disagreeing simply because you don't think they have the time to work on it? Full disappointment in the thought process? I don't get the full disappointment in the thought process.
It requires work.
He did not disagree. He did respectfully disagree. He did not disagree simply because of the thought that they might not have the time, which, due to their small team, always is an issue. And haven't they been using the small team thing since day one?
Since
Now it's just a lot smaller.
Chris
I mean, like literally,
since Catnip's
release 1, small team. It's always been a small team. Now it's just smaller, so small that we can't even count them all on one hand. Which due to their small team, but because if the issue is just players not wanting to smelt or refine other materials themselves due to the time used, they could outsource it by either having buy orders on player vendors or directly negotiating with other vendors to do it. A while ago, I did a lot of work on wheat into wheat sacks and that into flour for a fellow player for them. Yes, outsourcing does not earn the XP for the work, but then you would not be doing the work, so that makes sense. But you could probably make another player provide you with the work needed for a cut of the profits, who perhaps is not bored of the smelting or other processes yet. Unlike using the bulk recipes, scrolls, as far as I remember to do, already gives less XP than using the single scroll recipe. So if bulk recipes are adding to other crafting processes, you could lose some XP already. I don't want to pay someone else, Steve, to play the game for me, because be no point in playing the game, but it is extremely tedious one by one, hence no fun. When some items, zone scrolls, have batch recipes, why not other tedious crafting refining?
Okay. Let us just stop everybody there.
Is this just going to go back and forth for 5 days?
Category that
how
got
tedious
them,
crafting is?
and that was scrolls. Okay.
Well said. It's extremely tedious. Hence,
one category got them.
Didn't
Scrolls.
some asshole years ago do a developer challenge?
Yeah, well,
and challenged any of the devs to craft 100 of each type of scroll
From scratch.
from base materials
Yes.
to
And
showcase
again,
how problematic the crafting system is?
for everybody out there, only one category
Why is Laz
got this
extremely
fixed.
quiet right now?
I don't know. Why am I extremely quiet? My mic is on.
Because you muted yourself?
No, I've got.
No, still can't hear you, Laz.
I don't know what happened.
I'm looking at you. I see your lips wagging.
Let me restart Discord
Nope,
here.
still no sound from Laz.
They
I
can
think
hear
the
me.
headset microphone bit the dust.
I know. It probably disconnected or something like that. He's trying to turn it on and turn it off again.
It's again.
So you can hear
see-
Laz outside of Discord. We cannot hear him in Discord.
They hear me. That's what I'm telling you. Hang on. Hang on.
Can we hear you now?
Check.
Cannot
know,
hear
I-
you.
I don't know what happened in here.
Did you switch headsets, Laz?
No.
No, you didn't. I see you shake.
1, 2, 3. No. Let me see something.
Did you do a Discord update?
Just now?
Go into your Discord settings and go default that shit.
No. That doesn't work.
Go into your Discord settings and change the audio settings.
That doesn't work.
Don't shake your hand at me like, no, I'm not doing that. It's working just fine. This is your Discord settings. It's not all of your other audio shit.
It is. I see what the
And how can you hear him on
Hold
Twitch? You must be listening to his stream on Twitch, on Dabs.
I have a direct mic on Twitch.
The only way we get to hear him is in Discord.
I see what happened.
And so his Discord is. Yes. But like mute him on his Discord or his Twitch and listen on
I know
mine.
what
You will
happened.
not hear him. Oh,
There it is.
there he is.
I know.
What'd you do, Lass?
Well,
What'd
see,
you do?
what you're saying is just switch it over. No, my Discord audio goes through everything so that I can play all the intros and stuff. So I can't just default it. On my stream has a direct connection to the mic, so the mic is always going out direct to stream, so they can always hear me. What happened was my voice mod crashed, and it just took me a real minute. I was going down there to look, and I'm going, I don't see voice mod to check the settings. And what happened was voice mod crashed, but I also had a Discord update, so I did that real quick while I was at it. But anyway, as I was trying to state, and you were just talking because you couldn't hear me, was let me remind everybody, you guys out here already heard it like 15 times, that only one category got that bulk change, and that was scrolls. That was it. They didn't touch anything else at the time. It was just recall, friend, and zone scrolls, because that's what everybody was using the most in bulk of. And that was the only thing that ever got. So when you keep referencing like other things, it wasn't like other things. It was just like the scrolls. That's it. Those are the only ones that ever got that update. So let's just make that clear.
They are
Potions
saying
got
some of the
bulk too?
potions did.
I don't recall that. Let's look at the...
I do not have
Our
any of the
books.
bulk potion one.
Yeah. EOT. Potions, focus. I'm just going to look through my books.
Oh,
By the way,
yes, there are potion of focus batch of 12s. So the do a search for the word batch. Potions and
Okay.
scrolls.
then I stand corrected. Never mind.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we
But
are past that
even
time.
12 is still an insufficient number.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I know, Lomir, you are being very, very, very nice.
While Laz was not broadcasting his audio.
That's right.
The application crash. Conveniently blame it on an application crash.
Thorin Strong
But Sethanon getting a streamer bundle from me.
Thorin, congratulations.
Thank you.
Then I don't have any streamer bundles in my.
Dorn, are you on the lot by any chance? No.
Just give
No
me a
one's
minute.
on the lot, dude. What are you talking about?
What did he
Gotta
say?
log in. I'm not on the lot. Sorry. You'll have to
Yeah,
mail it.
no rush. No big deal. I'll
Thank
spend the gold.
All 15 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, my giveaway's
It'll
reopened.
bankrupt
Laz
me.
is reopened. So, hey man, that's why I've got donations on the vendor right here, so that way we can refund our shipping cost.
Shit. I'm sitting on 4.5 million gold. I'm really not worried about gold. And
I could go get
I'm still making
40,000 gold
gold.
an hour.
Yeah, I'm still making gold, and I fucking haven't touched a vendor in probably the better part of a year already. I'm still making gold every day. Anyway, moving right along. Where are we at?
Okay,
Hem
so we're in him news. Well said. It's extremely tedious and really makes no sense. As the most time-consuming part of the should be gathering and not the refining. Takes longer to refine than gather, which is crazy. I love the crafting in Soda, but there's room for improvement. In some areas, this is one of those neglected areas that definitely needs to be improved, and the bulk recipes would fix it. Problem solved. More enjoyable crafting experience for all of us crafters and more time to actually have fun in the game. Not only that, but it would solve a lot of the issues of bad behavior like hoarding. Remember, hoarding is not a bad behavior. It really is not. And Conjurer getting an echo through your Discord.
turn off your speakers.
Well, welcome to the radio problem. Without the feedback.
Or
Dun,
mute
dun,
your
dun.
mic.
Hold on, we'll just mute him.
I believe this is called stereo.
Delayed stereo. Oh, fuck it. But
There we go.
the hoarding was really talked about. I can't deal with that shit. Hold on, mute. There.
Yeah, I
Conjurer
did.
is temporarily muted. I had to mute him on my side.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. So if you mute him in your own Discord, it mutes him, not for everybody.
Oh yeah.
The hoarding that they were talking about was the streamer bundles, and the thing that they didn't really want to mention, why people really hoard them, would be a certain XP book. That's what they were really complaining about. Because in the example they gave was players having hundreds and hundreds of streamer bundles.
Excuse me.
The game has always been about hoarding. Always.
That's what the game is.
I like to go in anybody's house
And
and see
Conjurer,
what they have in there.
we muted you because your microphone was echoing our statements, so we were hearing them on a repeat. So for some reason, it was picking up.
Yes. Turn off
your
your
speakers,
speakers or
headphones.
put on headphones.
Yeah. Yes. And Shroud has always been Shroud of the Hoarder.
And push to talk maybe.
Yeah. He is wearing
Can
headphones. I don't know.
Sinister, can I make a comment?
Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely.
How can it be hoarding when there's an infinite supply? It's not like there's a fixed amount of any resource in the game except for the stuff that was given out to the founders. XP books, you just do the daily activity, you get it. So I understand when people, I would challenge the term hoarding because it's not like they're depriving anybody else of it.
No, and realistically, their example was not about the XP books. They didn't even mention those. It was about streamer bundles.
Yeah, like Lomir having almost 500 of them.
Yeah. And it's like, And the reason Lomir doesn't open them up is because
They're useless.
Useless, and how many letter Fs can you get?
About as many as you can get bathtubs.
Yes. So it was one where, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. So it's like they just sit there. Yes, worse than useless according to Tina. But yes, they need to add additional refactor things. And let's go. Let me unmute Conjurer again to see whether or not he's going to echo on my stream. Yes, and the answer is still echoing. I don't know why. Maybe his input is set as the speaker. I don't know.
It's been echoing when he's been on mute anyway.
Well, that's where I have muted him and Laz has muted him, so we don't have to hear the echo.
That's
yeah, but
right.
we're still hearing the echo.
You can right click on his name and select mute, and that will mute him until he gets the echo resolved. But then he'll be muted, so if he ever does fix it, then you won't ever hear it.
You guys are hearing it because you're still listening to feedback into the Discord channel.
Yeah. So hold on. Here. Conjurer, are you listening to, which stream are you listening to, mine or Laz's? And what we'll do is I will unmute you, and then you have both streams muted. So
which person is causing the echo?
Conjurer.
The guy who's lighting up when we talk.
So if you look in Discord, you'll see that he is lighting up after we talk. So that's how you know who is doing the echo. But yeah, so yeah, they definitely need this stuff. But I mean, they have so many projects that they have abandoned. You do realize that adding the bulk doesn't change the fact that outsourcing your smelting would still be an option. Correct. This game still needs to respect people's times as well. Absolutely.
Never has.
But time is money, and
wait. Hold on a second. Can you backtrack to that comment?
Yeah. Time is money. Or
yeah, but you
Psycho.
decide how you decide how you spend your time. There is no one chaining you to do anything. Well, most places, but I don't know if Laz is being chained to the chair, but that's besides the point. But I respect their opinion, but no one's forcing you to do this.
Well, Psycho would be extremely unhappy if I ever became in control of the Shroud development, because I would institute things like skill caps and the number of trees that you can actually have learned skills in. No more of this. Everybody can GM everything except in single player.
Well, in all reality, I would say I would make attunements actually functional instead of
function properly.
Yes. More so than capping it. If you're a death mage, life is off the table. If you're a healer, death is off the table. That's what I would do, but that's just me also. Yeah.
You mean fix the Shroud math that's been Shroud math?
Right. Yes. Absolutely. Make it so that it makes sense, logic. But we know that we are playing the illogical game here. Yeah, but that's what they promised, Tina. That's what they promised. If you went one way, you dropped the other way, but that never happened. I think Jack is a walking example of it, or anybody else who's got an opposing skill tree that they've GM'd. If you look at your attunement, if you've got 100 in each attunement, it's not working properly. That's just
no.
Yeah.
Because
he meant the dwindling player base. But 500 to 700 people were coming in a week 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Jack, is your Butte open?
Are you typing it in the
yes.
right stream?
Yes.
Yes. You are in the Butte.
I don't see you typing it in there. That's why, yeah. There it is.
1248.
Yeah, I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah, the Butte and the streamer bundle are both open. So I've got a lot of people.
He's typing bundle which is.
And I even restarted my computer before the stream, but yeah, I mean, if they did the attunements properly, you would also end up with, but I would also have like skill caps or XP spent, and I would change all the mob behaviors as far as what skills they're using. So different tiers would have different access to things. I would have a PvP system, a faction system, and lots of changes.
Faction system.
Yeah. I mean, that thing that we've been waiting for 6 years on, that we talked about last week as well.
Longer. I've been waiting since day one.
I know.
2018. Yeah.
But it's not needed. We already have factions, crafting and non-crafting.
I may have to go break out my paper towels.
There's also playing and not playing.
Yeah, right. I go break out the paper towels this week and show everybody what the faction system looks like. Lord British said so.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Anyway. Let's see. Here's a silly one that out of all the problems that one would come up with, and this has been fixed, but this is where you just gotta face palm. If you jump all the way to the end, Jack, Rinaldi.
All the way to the end. Which hold on.
Resurrection. Not that none of us didn't know this to begin with. Not that we didn't have the common sense to figure this out. For years, we all knew this, but apparently this annoyed one player, and this got attention.
This is fixed in release 143.
No, start from the beginning, please.
Okay. Well, you said skip to the end.
No, I skip to the end, like the last topic.
Last post. Okay. For the Resurrection Ankh and the Resurrection Chaos in the Crown Store, the description says they can be placed on lots and in player-owned towns. However, they can also be placed in player dungeons and basements. Please add to the description all the locations where a player can place the Crown Store Resurrection device, including player dungeons and player basements. Updated the description in the Crown Store should be live in release 143. And this was posted October 18th, and it was fixed. But this goes along with typo fixes. Things that take very little time to do.
Oh, not even that. I'm sorry. Where does a dungeon go?
On a lot.
Where does the basement go?
In the
on
attic?
a lot.
Okay, so it can be placed on lots. So anything else that's on the lot, it was already there. You know what I'm saying? It can be placed on lots and player-owned towns. So if you have a dungeon on your lot, you can place it on your fucking lot. You know, I mean, this was just a common sense. You know, there was no need to have to go back and take 5 minutes even. But I'm sure that 5 minutes to go and find that, edit it, and change it, could have been used someplace else, is what I'm saying. You know.
Yes.
That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Deco describes. Yeah, well, you know what? And I want to try this one out, and I'll bring this one up tomorrow. There's a post about these new sinks, and they can't be placed outdoors apparently because they need a floor. So tomorrow, I think we're gonna get out some pavers and go out to a POT and see if I can put a paver down and then place a friggin' sink on a paver because a paver is technically a floor, and see if that works. Because first off, yeah, I just don't get the concept of why you would limit any item to any in particular. I mean, I understand the chandelier being hung from a ceiling. Okay, that one I would understand. But you know what? I've seen many use cases for a million things that weren't meant to be used in ways that they get used, and they are extremely popular, and it's just extremely intriguing to see how people um, use items that aren't supposed to be used in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Sky Farms, yes, there's a good example of it. Yeah, well, you would think that, Conjure Dragon, but we're going to take and run that through the test. I've got a bunch of different ones. I'm sure Jack's got a bunch of different ones, and I'm going to see what actually counts as floor or not, because this is just as stupid as stupid does, just by
Shroud logic?
by virtue of Shroud logic. Thank you. But meanwhile, and then take it away. Yeah. But it's one of them things that just does not compute. Makes absolutely no sense. But meanwhile, it has come to that time of the day where we got to start wrapping things up here on NBNN. So we are going to go ahead and pull our final giveaways.
Aren't we a couple minutes early there, Les?
I've got about 3.5 minutes on my clock. What about you?
I've got 12:56.
56 what? It's almost 12:57, which 3.5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, I've got 34 seconds.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes. Thank you. Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying.
At a 58. But
normally we're running way too friggin' late, is what it is, and we went to 2 or 3 minutes after.
I'm glad that you're finally realizing that.
Oh, I've always
especially when I have a work call at 1.
Lomir, you are our winner, or my winner today. Okay. I've always realized it. Just sometimes we're
you just didn't care
on such a tear that is. Yeah, again, I know the guy who owns the radio station, so I'm worried.
To you, yes.
Name drop.
But hey, but Sammy going to be getting a copy of Necro King.
Now, if I was going to name drop, I'd say I'm the guy who owns the radio station, so I don't care.
Which is generally a $5 game.
Yeah,
but it's currently on sale.
Let me take your stuff, will you, buddy?
Congratulations to Sammy for Necro King.
All right. And then the game key giveaway is going to go to a lot of dabs. Sir Dabs a lot. And what have we got for him today? As we go into the mystery grab bag and scroll down. Oh, this is a good one. You're going to get yourself a copy of Tropico 3 Steam Special Edition going out to dabs. Congratulations to you. And Tropico on Steam, $10 game. But that's a really good series of games out there. So if you don't have 1 and 2, maybe you've already won them, maybe you haven't, but congratulations to you. And of course, thank you all to everybody for being here each and every day. Because without you folks, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, keeping you informed of all this lovely news right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. We'll be back with more tomorrow, right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
I'm
And I'm
misunderstood.
Volmir.
And I'm misunderstood Thorin.
And this is NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay, gotta get back to work.